The idea of this riding day never been to go to the places like this, but because we were together with my riding friend Plamen, who is the one of the best enduro riders in the country, I got some suspicious, but anyway, I said okay, we can go. So the things went not exactly as I planned, but anyway, this is a good option for me to show you what an average dirt road rider like me can do with this Tenere absolutely stock, and also to show you that it is tough enough to go on any adventure trips. Somewhere here was the first obstacle. It was not hard. The bike actually do it really easy. Just twist the throttle and it goes over. After that it was just like a bush out of branches, but not difficult ride. Stones here and there, but not that bad. Here was a bit tricky because first is the tree on the left, then you have to do right. There are a lot of big stones, and if you have a short legs, it's even more difficult. Luckily for me was good. I went through it without any major problems or efforts. Then this was pleasure, going this like green tunnel, left right. It was not a difficult part, and as I said, the bike handled everything very well. Somewhere here I got distracted. I couldn't remember, I was trying to adjust the camera or I don't know. But I twisted a little bit more and I lost the rear. It was fine. I managed to lift the bike without any help. It's alright, you can do it a few times. You can hear in the camera my deep breathing even while I ride. It's not because I'm so tired, it's because the microphone is very close to my mouth. That's why. These downhills looks very easy, but because there are leaves everywhere, it is very easy to slip if you're not be careful, and if you slip you go deep left. So I catch them after a few minutes and we continue together, and it was easy part. There were some lines digged from the waters here and there, so you have to choose the proper trajectory, left right, but in common it was easy, right? I've done this before many times. The views from the top of course are fantastic, and you've got this feeling that you beat the mountain.
This is nice.
It's really nice. Everyone, whoever did it, know what I'm talking about. And here was the first, I would say, more difficult part that leads to my first crash. And first, because you can see it's a U-turn, and after you U-turn you have to go straight into the hill, and the camera cannot project it really how steep it is, but it was steep. And you can see that my friend Janko, because he's even with 3 tires, he cannot get any traction, so Plamen need to push him to start, but once he started, he did it really well.
Čekaj малко, čekaj.
I start, I'll say, easy, and I was doing really well here. Try to keep the balance because there were a lot of stones in front of the bike, and it's easy to hit one. So far so good, but somewhere here I probably hit the stone with the rear and lost the balance, and I couldn't hold the weight of the bike, and yeah.
Okay.
See what happens. It was alright. The bike was on the left side, which is good news. Plamen immediately came to help me to lift the bike, because I can lift it alone, but I don't need to waste my energy here. If you have someone to help you, it's always better to wait.
Не съм, не хлъзнах на някой камък. Да го дигнем, само да не съм мъча самичък.
And now again, camera cannot really project how steep this is, but once we straightened the bike, it was very difficult to even to hold it on the spot.
Да съм участвал тук нагоре.
I really want to climb this hill. You see how it's moving backwards because of the hill. Then it was not easy to start. The rear was sleeping. I understood that I was making a mistake trying to keep my weight forward, but it should be backwards on the rear wheel. So this is something that I learned on that day. A few times I went on the side, then tried to go back into the line, and the rear was sleeping because I was making the same mistakes. I was bending my body forward, and it should be backward to give enough weight to the rear wheel. Here I start gently and then lost the line, and then tried to correct myself and go into the line again, and then I lost it again and said, okay, maybe if I go on the straight line and then here I'll be right, and here I lost the balance again and boom, on the ground. So this was my third time for the day. This time was on the right.
Okay.
Plamen was like a rescue team, coming here and there to help everyone. This is what he do all the time, so for him was fine.
Сега сме надясно, трябва да... Така, опънява малко. Планката.
Here he actually jumped on the bike, straightened it with my help and then help of Janko, and rolled the last few meters that were left to the top. Probably saved me another one drop.
Let's continue because we are still far away.
Now start it.
Now start. All right. Ah, this was hard. This is the first time when I try this type of hard enduro with such a heavy motorcycle. I understand that the mistakes are mine. I cannot blame the motorcycle at all, because Plamen is with the same motorcycle, do it without any efforts.
The rest of the day was, I'll say, easy, was something that I've done before. There are a lot of pushes, left, right, uphills, downhills, but not that steep. There were some downhills that were scary to look from it, but once you know what to do, they were not that bad. So I will say that the bike in its stock condition can do almost everything, and Plamen is a real proof for it because he can go everywhere as he do it with his dirt bike. So it's not about the bike, it's more about the rider. And I will say that the techniques that you have to apply for a dirt bike and this bike are more or less the same. Alright, this is a little bit heavy, but this is when you need to lift it. When you ride it, it's more or less the same. So it's not the weight that stops me here, it's the psychological moment that stops me, that I was believing that the bike is very heavy and he cannot do the same stuff. No, he can do it just fine if you use the proper techniques. And yeah, as I said, Plamen is an example for this. After that we've got again a few hill climbings and downhills, but none of them were so steep, and I haven't got any problems to go up and down.
These steep downhills are not that easy, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the free of charge lesson. Thank you very much for the lesson. No damages. Perfect. What I really like with this adventure type of motorcycles is that you can have a really great fun somewhere on the dirt roads and then come back on the normal roads and continue riding as never happened. After I wash the bike, I can make once again close inspection. So on this side, crash guards got one punch here, but they did not move at all and protected the left side of the engine. Perfect. This is the purpose of crash guards, and there we got this real test now in real conditions. A small scratch here, that side, that is fine. This crash guard also got 2 punches. I dropped it 2 times on the left side, just as 2 scratches, and once on the right side. This moved, but this will be easy fixed with washers, so that's fine. The crash guard also got a small scratch here, nothing special, but again the vital part of the engine are protected. So in my opinion, after this hard ride, the Tenere handled it absolutely brilliant. I hope that this video gave you at least some kind of information how tough this Tenere is. See you next time. Ciao.